A Kangaroo Fern production.
Welcome
to Gorilla Podcast, Fresheyes.
I think things are getting better. I wouldn't say things are perfect. I mean, we still have much higher rates of suicide amongst queer people, particularly young queer people. We still have a lot of discrimination in Australia, particularly even now with the federal government trying to bring in their religious freedom laws, which will basically make it legal for churches to discriminate against queer people in all sorts of ways. So, yeah, it's not perfect. There's still a lot to fight for.
So what's the community doing now because of that?
Well, there was a fairly significant element of this year's Pride March, which was a direct protest against those religious laws. There are organisations, for instance, in Adelaide, there's the Rainbow Alliance, which is a network of queer people who are lobbying against these horrible new laws and raising awareness. And there are ongoing protests happening.
So the equality marriage is almost 2 years now. So it was approved on December 9, 2017. So it's been 2 years, almost 2 years now.
2 years,
Yeah. So what is happening after that? Is there...
Well, people are getting married.
That's good. Is there anything... Is that the end of the struggle?
Well, no, like I pointed out, with these new laws to give religious organisations the right to discriminate against us, that shows that just because we have marriage equality doesn't mean the struggle's over. There are still organisations, particularly, for instance, the Catholic Church, the Anglican Church. I think recently the Anglican Archbishop of Sydney came out and said he didn't want that queer people should just leave his church and were not welcome in the Anglican Church. This shows that just because we have marriage equality, the struggle isn't over, and perhaps the struggle never will be over, because how do you end prejudice and hate?
So what other, on your group, what activities or project that you are doing to tackle these issues?
Well, it's not so much Pride Adelaide that's taking the lead here, because we really are all about that march.
Okay.
But we do work together with other organisations and help publicise their events. Like I mentioned, the South Australian Rainbow Alliance have really taken the lead on fighting these new laws that are about to come in.
So what do you say about people who still not understanding the community itself? What do you tell to them?
I don't understand them. I'm not sure why anyone thinks they have a right to tell other people who they can love and who they can't love when they're actually not hurting anyone. I'm a great believer in that old saying, live and let live.
On the young people right now, so you said some of them are still inside the closet, doesn't want to go out because of this discrimination from work, from society. What is your advice to them to be...
Reach out. You're not alone. There are thousands and thousands of people who have gone through what you're going through now, and it's not the end of the world. You will get through it, and coming out, being honest with yourself, being honest with the people around you, your family, your friends. It's a very empowering thing to do, to feel free to be yourself. And for a lot of young people, that seems daunting and impossible. But actually, once you get through it, it's, what can I say? It's just something we go through, we need to go through. And all I would say is never be ashamed of who you are.
Do you think when the marriage equality was approved in the parliament on the government, do you think this is gonna be open to society, that they would accept the community?
Well, it was a very powerful thing in that it removed a whole level of legal discrimination against queer people. So yes, that was a big step. That was amazing. But like I keep saying, it's not everything. That it just because we can get married doesn't mean we can't still get sacked from a religious school, for instance, for being gay. It doesn't mean that people still don't get bashed or abused on Facebook or abused with derogatory language in school, in the workplace. Certainly marriage equality is a big step forward and helps.